It says I have a low battery. My battery is low. I'm running out of power here on the camera. The Canon. Now I know how to spell Canon. I just noticed that it's C-A-N-O-N. All day I've been having a hard time figuring out how you spell Canon. Do you spell it with one N or do you spell it with two N's? So I took the camera off the tripod. I need to put a battery in it, but my batteries are up in the camera case in the vehicle. Maybe I'll get a little bit of footage here. I'll walk a little slow. You know, so I'll walk a little bit slow. We'll shine out over things and this and that. Because, you know, if I do that, you know, I don't really know what you see at this point in time because it's not focused. I know that. I don't have it on automatic. Wait a minute. I have stabilizer on and I have automatic focus on, so it should be automatically focusing. I'm not sure why it isn't. I guess I need to clean it and see if I can get that to work. I know on the long lens when I put it on that feature it works. I was looking down there, I was like, what the hell is that laying in the grass? Do you see that? There's an object laying down the grass. Actually, it looks like a piece of metal. Should I reach down and pick it up? Would you reach down and pick that up? It's round. It's round and grayish in color. Would you reach down and pick that up? So, you know, there's a little pathway through here. I've never really been up this way. You know, whenever you're out by a lake like this and you have brushes, you have to watch where you're stepping. And things like that, it's a good idea to bring a machete or something like that with you so you can cut a path through. You know, this big old tree here. I don't know how far I can go up this way. Oh! And then it goes down and around here. There's always these dumb spiders. Do you see that? I cannot hardly see, it's trying to escape. They're always blocking the path. So that goes right down the edge of the water, so I'm not really going to go down through there. And I'm not going to go that way. So I think this is easier to do without the tripod. But I don't put this camera, because this camera's not really that heavy. It's just when I make those sudden steps and sudden motions and stuff like that. Or if I go from one distance to another distance, it tends to blur, you know. It tends to blur and this and that. I move. Slant. I went slanted towards the lake. I could have fallen sideways. But I didn't. That was a good thing. Alright. So, you know, and the path goes back out here. Well, it's not so bad because you're walking on rock. But when the lake gets up, of course, it gets up on all this, and you wouldn't be able to get down quite this far. As you can see, there's the tripod that I've had this camera mounted on that, and I've been carrying both the tripod and the camera. And then, of course, you know, there's a stand for my iPod. I kind of rigged it up a little bit. So, you know, that's my iPod. I use that for selfies and stuff like that. So, you know, I got duct tape on the back there. I made a little thing. So it's kind of like a selfie stick, you know. I can pull it out and I can carry it without that bottom stand on it. Or, you know, I can... So, you know, it kind of works. It works. It works. It works for what I need it to work for. It's for simple stuff. It works okay for simple stuff because the problem with the iPhones and the iPads is they're constantly running out of memory. And then Apple is constantly wanting you to upgrade. Of course, that's actually in my tackle box right there. Is a bucket with a lid on it that has trays in the top of it, and lids. I brought my Doritos. There I go, advertising again. I shouldn't be doing that. And I came from that direction up there, so You know, I can't, that's the path, and my vehicle is parked somewhere up there. I hope it's still parked up there. But you know, it's parked up there at the top of the hill. So you know, well, today I would just see if I could do a little more clearly. You know, and just take my time and take an easy day instead of doing all that trail hiking and all that stuff. I thought I would just, you know, just go out and do what I usually do, boss. It's just ramble and ramble and ramble and ramble. I'm just a ramble. I love to tell stories and things like that. So I've always loved to tell stories, write stories. There was a bigger fish right there. It just rolled over in the water and went down. But I can see my floater down the other end. It still hasn't moved yet. But I see a lot of them jumping really close down to the dam there. Cloud up in the sky. So I think this actually isn't too bad. I mean, I can actually carry this in my hand like this, and it's not too bad. So, you know, and there's another path that goes up here. Everything, you know, there always tends to be these hills you gotta go up. Why can't they just take a dozer and level everything down flat? So there are no hills for you to walk up and down. Wouldn't that be a lot safer for everybody when they get out here and walk like this? I think it would be like a safety issue. What do you think? I think it would be like a real good safety issue. And there's even a path up through there. I'm like, who the hell is going to duck down and go up through there? So I'm going to have to go up and get a battery. I see the vehicle. So, see, there's actually a path that runs up through there. You climb up, step up on that rock, up in the dirt and this and that. And there's a path that runs up through there. But I'm not that energetic today because I've been doing a lot of hiking and stuff, so it's kind of wore me down a little bit. So, all right, so I'm going to make my way up. I'm going to make my way up to the vehicle because I got to go up and get a battery. I got to go up to the camera case in the vehicle and grab a battery. Hopefully my fishing pole is still there when I get back because it's still baited and out in the water. Oh, we'll see. At least, you know, it's not that far. So it's not that far of a climb there. So I'm already at the top of that little short hill. So I'm not exactly super huff and puffing yet. But it got me huffing and puffing a little bit. Alright. So we're heading up here where the parking lot is. Alright. I think I took some selfies over there one day. So there's the vehicle. So we're going to go over here. And I gotta go on the other side. And I shall be right back once I change the battery. How was that? Once I change the battery, inside this door handle right here, I shall be right back.